tech experts. You have technical expertise. You're a subject matter expert. You now have to explain what you are doing and what you need to someone who does not have your technical background. If you've ever been in this situation, it can be quite frustrating. You have a certain set of terms, expertise, knowledge that's impossible to convey to another person in a 5-minute conversation or in an email, but you need their help. You need their buy-in to progress your project or to get an answer to an issue that you're dealing with. How do you bring your knowledge, based probably on years of study and skill and practice, into a succinct package that someone who does not have your technical skill can make a decision or can understand what you need? Well, we're going to show you now. And it's with a magic construct called the CPD hierarchy. What does CPD stand for? It stands for concept, principle, and detail. Before I show you how it works, let me give you an example. When I'm not working with the Colin James Method, teaching leadership and communication skills, I'm a professional musician, and I have a certain amount of technical expertise when it comes to the production of live music shows. Now, this exact thing happened to me only a few weeks ago. I was asked to quote for a very, very large and elaborate private party, which will host many, many guests and have a huge stage, and a large band will be performing on the stage for this particular potential client. Now, I could have gone in and said, when I did my quote, okay, so we're going to need a 32-channel mixing desk, and we're going to need an operator for that, and it's going to have to be digital, and we're going to have communications which are 100 meters away from the stage. The stage is going to have to be load-bearing at so many kilograms per square meter. Plus, we need to think about hotspots and profiles for the lighting and how many movers we want to bring. But you can see where I'm going. There's a lot of tech talk in there. What I just said would make perfect sense to someone who works in that field, but certainly for my client, it would make no sense at all. So how do I tell them what we will need to bring and what that might potentially cost without diving deep into jargon and losing them completely and confusing them? Well, we use CPD. C stands for our concept. Concept is our headline. It's our big idea. In your case, it might be getting through a particular project stage gate, or it might be dealing with a business problem that's come up, and we just call that problem out in as simple and clear terms as possible. In my case, it's providing a fabulous show for the party. That's my concept. Now, the magic comes in the P line. P stands for principles. Principles are, if your concept is your heading of your book, your big idea, well, your principles are the chapters. Now, we recommend you chunk all your technical information that you need to convey into approximately 3 principles, 3 chapters. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 5. Once you start getting to 6 or 7, it's too many, overwhelming for the person receiving it. Any less than that, you're probably not able to convey the sufficient detail. So in my case, my 3 principles after how we're going to bring a great show to you, Ms. Client, would be principle 1, making sure it sounds great. Principle 2, making sure it looks great. Principle 3, making sure we get the best performers on stage for you. In your case, it could be very, very different, and it will be depending on your area of business expertise. But what are the 3 things you need? It might be the issue that you've encountered. It might then be proposed solutions. And the 3rd principle might be next steps, or what I need from you, my business partner that I'm liaising with. Either way, we're chunking that complex information into 3 simple areas. And then we get into the D part of CPD, which is the detail. So here's what it looks like. I say, here's what we're working on, bringing you a fabulous show. I'm going to discuss 3 things with you. 1, how we make it sound great. 2, how we make it look great. 3, how we make sure we get the best musicians on stage for you. So let's start with how we make it sound great. And that's where the detail comes in. So then I can then present all the things that need to happen from a sound perspective, including a non-jargon explanation of the reasons why. The why is very important as we go through. When I finish there, I then say, right, now let's move on to making it look great. And then we again explain all the things I need from a lighting point of view in a non-difficult to understand way with the reasons why. We want this amount of lights. This is the sort of lights they are. Why? Well, this is what they do. And then lastly, we talk about the performers. And again, we overtly tell our client or prospect, we're now going to discuss that. In your case, in your business, it's the same thing. You move elegantly between your principles and provide the necessary detail in a simple way that can be easily understood, because what are you trying to do? You're trying to influence that stakeholder. Move them towards a point where they can make a decision or agree with you or get you what you need. Good luck. The CPD hierarchy. Elegant in its simplicity, beautiful in the way it works.